power doesn't lie in one person or a group. The power is decentralized. So when we talk about cryptocurrency, it's decentralized because our regular money, our fiat currency, it's centralized in a way, in the fact that it's pretty much controlled by the Federal Reserve, and from there it's kind of controlled by banks. So we have these major banking institutions, and those are like the central control centers for our money. And so when Bitcoin was created, it was in 2009. And what was going on? Does anybody know what was going on in 2009? That was when they was having that whole subprime mortgage lending crisis. And that was the period of time where, and I wrote this down, banks were too big to fail. And so if you remember, banks were giving out all of these mortgages, and people could pay them, and banks knew that people couldn't afford it, but they was making so much money on it, so they was giving out all of this money for these loans and different things. And what happened when the people defaulted or they couldn't pay back, a lot of banks started to go under. And then if you remember that time, the government had to bail a lot of those banks out. And a lot of people were really upset at that, because it was just like, okay, now these banks, they doing, they not necessarily operating on 100% integrity, but yet still they're able to be bailed out. And so there was a lot of distrust going on at that time. And so it's ironic, which it isn't ironic, but Bitcoin came out right around that time. And the main purpose of it, I'm assuming, is to give some of that control back to people, or to take some of that control away from a centralized institution like banks. So that's when Bitcoin was created. So it was kind of like in this, rebellion against central institutionalized leadership. All right, so hey, thanks so much for watching. To catch the full episode, be sure to go to my YouTube channel at Path to Financial Independence, and go check out my website at www.gerardaanderson.com.